Okay, so yesterday we stopped at here. Okay, um, we discussed about Git push, and after that actually we stopped at here. Okay, so hope you guys have you understood about the Git push. Okay, so after the Git push, okay, so what if so you made some changes in the script, and next day, okay, if somebody erases those changes to make his new update, okay, so this is going to be a big problem. Okay, you might miss some others code. Okay, so to avoid these kind of problems, actually we will uh, we use branching word. Okay, so when we say branching, okay, um, what we'll do actually, we have the existing repository where we are working in a code. uh, we have the complete code in repo, right? So what we are going to do whenever you are going to work on something else, okay, on some changes on the code, okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to create a new branch on top of, okay, the existing, okay, the existing repo. Okay, let's say if the repo name is something like first. Okay, on the first repo you have several branches like master and develop. Okay, and you know uh, currently you wanted to work on something, some new change. Okay, so generally we hold couple of branches. Okay, master and develop. Okay, so these are our like input branches. So what we can say, this will be having very latest code of all the commits, okay, which are happened on the repository. Okay, so let's say I we are having the latest code in the master branch. Okay, so this master branch, from this master branch you are going to create your own feature branch. So when I say feature branch, so there is something that new change came in and you were assigned to that, and if you wanted to do some changes, okay, so you are going to do in that feature branch itself. Okay, so if you see here, branch is general, means either a large or a small division. Okay, so branching is the practice of creating copies of program or objects to work in parallel versions. Okay, so retaining the original and working on the branch or making different changes to each. So what exactly we do, right? Once you create a branch, okay, so once you create a branch, so that branch will be, that branch will be used to you. Okay, like you can do anything, like you can do experiment with your code, and you can do the changes whatever it was assigned to you, and it will not impact whatever the commit that you do into that future branch. Actually it will not impact anybody, because this future branch is on, it created respectively for you. Okay, so you so with this branching, right, so even it will not be affecting any other project, sorry, any other person's branches code, right? Let's say in the team there are three people working on the working on a project, right? So you created your own branch, and the other two persons, they will create their own future branches and they will start working on it. Okay, so so whenever they commit to their future branch, actually it won't impact you. And the same way, whatever you are doing in your future branch, it will not affect them. And also the main branch means, we created all these future branches from master, right? So none of this will be affected with any of your changes. Okay, so that's how we actually go with the branches. Okay, whenever we wanted to do perform some changes. Okay, so we will go with this. But once you've finished everything, actually, you have completed your changes, and you have tested them, okay, in your local, and then you wanted to, now you need to, like, push that code, to other people also, that so that they can also use it, right? So how do you do that? Okay, so we will discuss about this one. Okay, so there actually, so whenever you wanted to push that, to other branches, so you have to create a pull request. So what is a pull request, right? So let's say, you already have a future branch which you already committed some code in there, and that code is working as expected, whatever the work that it has been assigned to you. Okay, so now you have to merge this code into your master branch, saying that, okay, this is perfectly working code, so everybody can use it, for future purpose, right? So that time, actually, what you will do, you will merge it, you will create a pull request saying that, this is my source repository, sorry, source branch, and this is my target branch. So these are the two things that you need to select when you create a pull request. And what it does, actually, whenever you selected that source and target, okay, so it is going to show you, like, what are all the changes that you have done in that branch, and what you are committing, okay, what you are pushing, all the changes to that branch. It is going to show each and every change in the in the console, okay, sorry, in the screen. And for each and every pull request, actually there are team leads, okay, so that we need to assign them, as a approver. Okay, so when I say approver, what they do, actually, they are going to review your code, and also they are going to check the code, what exactly the future branch, sorry, yeah, whatever the code that you have written in the future branch, right? So whether it is, matching the you know matching the work that they that you got it right, like, this is a future which will be created by you know uh, created in that team. Say, like, there is certain work, like some ABC work that you are doing it. So this team leads, going to verify your code, and they're going to match with your story. And so whether if it is perfectly done, and if without any issues, and and with the source code, like, they are going to verify the changes whatever you have done. Okay, um, and they are going to approve it. Okay, once they approve, I think, that where actually, the second step will start. Okay, once they approve it, so there is one more thing that we need to do. We need to merge that code. Okay, so once they click on merge, okay, then they can do that, they can approve it, and we can also merge the code. Okay, once you click on merge, the changes whatever you have done in the future branch, it is going to be added to the master branch. So that's how it does. Okay, so we'll go with theory. Actually, what is pull request? Pull requests are a mechanism for a developer to notify team members that they have made some changes or completed a feature. Okay, so you have done with the code changes, and you are just giving that pull request to verify others, whether it is correct or not. Okay, so once their future branch is ready, the developer files a pull request. Okay, this lets everybody involved know that they need to review the code and merge into the master branch. Okay, so whenever you create a pull request, so the pull request is more than just a notification, and it's a kind of discussion room, so for discussing the changes made. And if there are any problems with the changes, teammates can post the feedback and in the pull request, and even improve the future by pushing follow-up commits. Okay, so when you file a pull request, okay, what actually happens, right? Requesting that another developer pulls a branch from your repository into their repository. Okay, so you need to provide four different information. Okay, source repository and source branch, and destination repository and destination branch. So this is how, this is what we already discussed. Okay. Okay, so yeah, pull request lets everybody involved, okay, know that they need to review the code. And so what we are going to check on the you know uh, sorry, yeah, so they have to review the code, and they have to merge the code into the master branch. Okay, so whoever added as approver. Okay, so you need to provide 4 pieces of information that you already aware, like source branch and destination branch should be okay, because we are talking in between the repositories. Okay, and so once you once you merge that code, right? So I guess combining something from a single entity, it is single entity is what merge means. Okay, so in Git merging is a way of putting different history back together again. So the git merge command allows you to take the independent lines of development created by Git branch and integrated them into a single branch. So that's what, the existing code will be there, and whatever the changes that you have done, it is going to merge with into the master branch. Okay. So to be more specific, merging takes the contents of a source branch and integrates them with a target branch. Okay, so the source branch history remains the same in this process, but only the target branch is going to be changed. So that means, what is your source branch? The source branch is your future branch, and target branch is your master branch. So it is going to pick up all the changes, whatever you have done in the source, okay, that future branch, and it is going to push into the master branch. Okay, so git merge will happen, combine multiple sequences of commits into unified history. I'll show you what exactly that means. Okay, whenever you commit something, multiple commits, okay, into a branch, and whenever you create a merge, okay, so how it is going to show you all those things. I'll show you in the in live. Okay, so in the most frequent use cases, git merge is used to combine 2 branches. Okay, okay, so what we discussed about git merge. Okay, so git merge is going to be like combine multiple sequences of commits into one unified history. Okay, and also it whatever the lines whichever we have changed in the source repository, it is going to merge them into the target branch. Okay, so let's see the list of commands, whatever we have whatever we discussed till now. Okay, so first one is git config. Okay, so this command sets the author name to be used for your commits. Okay, so this is the command that you need to use it to set your global username. Okay, and user email address. Okay, so this is the command that sets the email address to be used with your commits. Okay, the git config command used is a convenience function that is used to set git configuration values on a global or local project level. Okay, so what is clone? If you wanted to git clone is a command, okay, line utility, which is used to target an existing repository and create a clone or copy of that target repository, wherever you are executing that command. So it is going to clone that remote repo, and it will create a copy in wherever you are using that git clone command. Okay, so git add, right? Git add command is used to add all the local changes of your working copy to the staging area. Okay, so that those changes can be committed to your local repository. and you already aware of init, and git init, will be helping us, to create a local repository, or blank repository, in your in your system. Okay, so okay, so I think there is nothing. Okay, so let's go to the next command. Commit. Okay, what exactly commit does? Okay, so the commit command is used to save your changes to the local repository, and you have to explicitly tell Git which changes you wanted to include in a commit before running git commit command. Okay, so the command records or snapshots, the file permanently in the version history. Okay, so git reset, is one of the powerful command, okay, that is used to undo the local changes, okay, to state of a git repo. You can reset or undo the changes, or mistakes made if needed. Okay, so reset command, yeah, will help us, to undo the changes. Okay, so git checkout. So git checkout, like it is acting as a switching between different versions, okay, of a target entity. Okay, this command is used to switch from one branch to other branch. Okay, so git checkout, that is the syntax, git checkout hyphen b, the branch name. Okay, so this command, is creates a new branch. Okay, and also switches to it. Okay. Okay, so let me go back, and whatever we discussed. Okay, so we'll do it in a practical way. Okay, so just give me a second. Are you able to see my browser? Okay, one second. I think I did not share the screen. Okay, yeah, let me. Okay, so I'm just going into the GitHub. Okay. Okay, so before going to the GitHub, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a Maven project separately. Okay, so I'm just taking one, into the Eclipse. Okay, so new there Maven project. Okay, let me check demo. Okay, so just a minute. Okay. Okay, let me just take this one. First demo. And first demo. Okay. So yeah, it just created a project, Maven project. So and it has all those, Maven structure. So what I'm gonna do. So let us start with the init command. Okay. So how do we create a local git repo? So using git init. Okay. So let me do that. Okay. Just I'm closing this. Okay. Just a second. So how I open, I'll tell you. So just go to that the project, whatever you created here. Okay. Okay, it seems like it's not coming here. So open git bash. So you guys remember like git bash, right? Git bash is like the command prompt, for the git. Okay. So where you can execute all the commands. So we discussed about this one yesterday. And what we need to do, we are going to create a local repo using git init, right? So okay, first I need to go to the folder structure, right? So cd colon. Okay. And cd space dash 2022 clips hyphen first. Okay. So once you are there in here, okay. So what we need to do, we need to run the git init command. Okay. So what is the init command? What it takes when we run the init command. Let's go back and check here. So it is going to take the repository name. So in our case, so what I'm going to take, the repo name as first demo, whatever we have created as the branch name, sorry, the project name. So I'm just taking the same name, first demo. Okay. So I'll show you something. Okay. So in the first demo, you don't see anything over here, related to Git. Okay. So it is only the dot settings and source. Okay. Once I run this command, okay, you'll see, dot Git folder will be getting created. Okay. Inside this first demo project. Okay. Yeah. So initialized empty Git repository, and it is here. So you can see dot Git. One second. Let me refresh. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Then once again, so it just created. Okay. Yeah, I know. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, you don't require to do it because you're already there in the first demo. So you just run the git init command. So it will automatically add the local repository here. Okay. So you already have this one in the project. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just do a refresh and then right click and create a new Java file. Okay. New class. Okay. So I'm just giving first demo. Git demo. Okay. So yeah, so we have created a new class over here, and okay, so what we need to do now, actually, so whatever the changes that you are having it here, actually, it is your local repository. Okay, so it is there in your local repository. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, okay, let me log into the GitHub. Okay, and I'm gonna create, okay, so new repo over here also. First demo, right? So yeah, let us keep all those things as same. Okay, so not to change anything right now. Okay, just click on create repository. Okay, so it created, okay, it created a first demo repo, and it is giving some quick step related commands to us. Okay, so what it was saying, actually you have to create a new repository on the command line, so using git init, and it was saying that this is you have to commit that, and you need to add this this one. Okay, if you wanted to push something to this branch, actually we have to add git remote. Okay, so origin, which this is the URL that we need to use it, and once it is there, so we have to push it to the origin master so that it can come and commit those code into this project. Okay, so we already created this git init using and everything, but we did not committed anything over there. So let us do, okay, let us commit that. Okay, so what we need to check, whenever you are going to commit something, generally we usually use git status. Okay, so what are all the changes that we have done, so it is going to show you. So these are the changes which we already completed. Like we have created the project, so we are getting all these files, okay, in the status, saying that these are untracked files. So what we need to do, if you wanted to push or if you wanted to commit these things, we need to execute a command called git add. Okay, so space dot, it is going to take all the files, whatever your whatever it is there in the untracked files. Okay, yeah, so now git add, once you execute that command, so just check git status one more time. Okay, so if you see here, changes to be committed, so these are all the files it is showing us. Okay, and it will go into the whenever you click on commit, actually it will go to the repository. Okay, So now what we need to do, we need to commit them with a message. Okay. So what I'm going to do, git commit. Okay. So M and first commit. Okay. So what it is going to do now, when I execute this command, actually the changes, whatever which are there, for ready to commit, all the above files, whatever you are seeing in green, will be committed to your local repository. Okay. So just click enter. Okay. So now it has, pushed those changes to your local repository. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute, okay, couple of commands, to connect to the remote repository. Okay. Okay. So you can follow here. Okay. So the commands, whatever they have provided here, so directly you can copy paste. Okay. So sorry. Okay. Now I'm just adding that remote, remote repository, whatever we created on the GitHub. Okay. So I'm adding it, okay. So it is added properly. Okay. So now whenever you try to push, okay. So where exactly are remote branches, our branches pointing now? So it is pointing it to, the GitHub repository which we created with the name of first demo over there. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to push all the changes, whatever I have committed. Okay. Origin master. Okay. Okay. So if you see here, actually it, counting the objects, 23 objects has been committed. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, writing 23 objects has been committed. Okay. So if I go and check in the browser, you see here. So in the code, it added everything. First demo, first demo.java, right? Okay. Now, whenever you wanted this project, to check out, right? Let's say, this is having the master branch. So you wanted to get this code from, the GitHub. So you can do it in multiple ways, to check out this one. Okay. Um, so let me show you one way with the Git plugin in Eclipse. Okay. So there's a simple way that you need to do it. Yeah, so what it is saying, clone a Git repository. Okay, so I'm gonna clone that repository. Okay, so whatever we just created and whatever we just committed, and I'm gonna, take that, you know, code, and I will change something and I will recommit directly from Eclipse. Okay, so how we'll see like how you can commit the code from Eclipse. Okay, it is like very simple using this GUI, this Git plugin. Okay. So let me copy the URL. One second. Yeah, one second. Yeah, I already have it here. Just a minute. Sorry. Okay, so okay, so I'm just giving without a username password. So it is going to get this one master. Okay, so next. So I have this first demo. So what I'll do, I'm just going to yeah, I'm just saving it here. Okay, here not to conflict, so I'm just saving it in a different folder. Okay, and click finish. Okay, so if you see here, it just created that local repo for you, cloning the existing, existing repository from the GitHub. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do, I'm just import this project into uh, yeah, before that I'll do something. One second, I'll close this one. Okay, one second. Let me do one thing. Okay, so what I've done actually, I just imported the same way. Let me remove this first demo. Yeah, just a minute. Okay, let me switch the workspace. Git. Let's git. Okay, just a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to the Git repository view. Okay. And just a minute. Okay. Okay. Clone a Git repository. So I already copied that URL. Okay. So just clicking on next. Got the master. So I'm just gonna browse it, back to the one which we are working right now. Git, yeah, here, save. Okay, finish. Okay, so I just created a local repository of that, and I'm gonna import projects, to the same folder, finish. So if I go back and check in the project, so yeah, I can see, project has been created here. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Let me change back, to this normal. This is not looking good. Yeah. Okay, just a minute, man. Okay, I'm just restarting it. Okay. Yeah. So you see here, okay, there are some build path problems. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So just ignore for now. Later we can create them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now what we already have this first demo.java. There is some change over here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add one more extra changes over here. Demo2, and so let's say I'm just going to add one more extra class saying that some get demo. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, this is only for the sample files. So when you are doing these changes, okay, so you whenever you wanted to commit these changes, actually you have ran certain commands, right? Earlier. So what is that? Git add, git status, and then you used git commit to give that first message and all, right? So now you'll see all these commands in the graphical interface. Okay, so it is like very easy. Okay, so show view, and we go to the git. There is a view called git staging. Just enable that. Okay, so this is the window that you see over here. So this was the unstaged changes. So when you click on git status, okay, what it will show you, so all the unstaged changes, it is going to show you, right? So now I have done couple of changes. One is git demo, and the another one is first demo. There is a two changes that we have done it. Okay, so what are all the changes that I wanted to push it? I can directly select them and add to index. So what this means, it's like it is going to be added, right? If you see here, these ones are untracked files. It was showing here. Okay, and when you add them, okay, I added 2 files. So it you know now the git status shows changes to be committed. So these are the changes that to be committed. So first one is first demo.java and git demo.java. Okay, so these are the staged changes. And now what we need to do, we need to commit these changes to your local repo. Okay, so what you're going to do, you are going to execute git commit, right? So for that, actually you have gave a message called commit, first commit. So now what I'm going to give here, I'm going to give a message called second commit. And okay, 1 second. I think it is a new workspace. Okay, so what you need to do, you already give the commit message, and this is your author who was committing, and just click on commit. So whenever you commit, click on commit, you see a change over here. It shows 1. Okay, so right click on there and right click on the project, go to the team. Okay, and you just click on push branch master. Okay, so this always, like, whatever the push that you are seeing over here, team push. Okay, so push branch master, right? So push branch will show you the current branch wherever you are pointing it to. So you can just click that push branch. Okay, and okay, so it is pushing it to the master branch. Okay, I'm just clicking push. Okay, so here there are two things that you needed. Okay, whenever you're connecting to a remote repository. Okay, so you need your user ID password. Okay, to connect that repository. But now actually GitHub has changed some rules. Okay, so even with your with your username and password, you cannot log in. You have to create a token for that. Okay, every time if you wanted to commit that, okay, you have to use that token for all the commits. Okay, I'll tell you how to create those tokens in the GitHub. Okay, so for now, just take token to copy. Okay, so it logged in, and these are the two changes. It is going to be pushed, right? Okay, so it pushed. Okay, so let me close this and go back to the GitHub and just do a refresh. You see here, first demo.java, second commit it was showing, and second commit it was showing. So it updated everything over here, right? Yeah, so it is very simple, right? So let me show you one more thing also, just very quick. Okay, so now you are trying to do some changes in the git demo. Okay, so it is here. Actually, it created. Okay, so now what you are trying to do, actually you don't want to do these changes. Okay, so and you added over here to the index to commit it. Okay, so you don't want this change, right? So we saw a command called git reset. If you remember, you wanted to undo your changes in your local repo, so you just directly go here, team. So there is a reset call here. Just click on that reset and select the remote, or the local branch, select the remote. And if you wanted to remove all your changes, just select hard and click reset. Okay, so what it is going to say, reset and overwrite any changes in your working tree. So that means, your changes will be lost. Just click on reset. All the changes, whatever you have done, it will be gone. Okay, so, and the changes that you wanted to change, just removed it, right? It has been rolled back with the current version of the main branch. Okay. So really, 1 second. Refresh. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So there's something which I'm the source folders. Demo. Blank close. Okay. So you understood the git reset and git commit also, right? So yeah, we don't have enough time to create check on the branches. Okay, so in the next class what we'll do, we will create a new branch, okay, on this first demo. And what we'll do, we will point the existing master branch to that new future branch, and then we commit all the changes over there. Okay, and once all the changes has been committed to future branch, we are going to merge that back to the master branch. Okay, so that's what we are going to do in the next class. Okay, so any questions? Okay, silent. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, so if you don't have any questions, you feel free to log off. Yeah, thank you.